Fish farming for tuna. Now at the moment, these the Japanese and Americans, all of them, they're farming tuna, and they're farming tuna in an extensive way as a long-term measure. And the major problem with these things is their success rate on these ones is very small, and they don't realize that the major problems they have is the one is they call it floating death, and the other one is when the small fish actually swims into the side of the containers where they cultivate. So the reason for the floating death goes about the pressure. Tuna in the wild, if the pressure rises, if the pressure rises, the tuna will go down. If the pressure decreases, the tuna will actually come up. It goes about the swim bladder. So, in a captivated area where they cultivate these things, they do it in 1,000 liters or 2,000, 5,000, 10,000 liter containers, and the pressure is not regulated. So, if the pressure goes up, these fish can't swim down and can't float down. So, the actual swim bladder actually kills the fish. So, they should actually think of when they build these facilities to cultivate these small young juvenile fish, they should do it actually in a pressurized environment. So the whole building must be pressurized so you can keep the pressure constant. That way also you can regulate their feeding habit. The fish will feed when the pressure increases, and it will it won't feed when the pressure decreases. So you can regulate this pressure inside the building for them to eat at a certain time. So you increase the pressure during that day when they can see the sides, and then when they're hungry, they will swim up and down without going into the side of the tanks, and that will stop that problem they also got. It goes all about your yield. You put 1,000 eggs there, you only had 10,000 because of floating death. You only 10% will actually, or 30% will actually grow up to be adults, and it's just plain and simple. Control the pressure, and you can actually feed these fish whenever you want them to feed. When you can increase their feeding time, make them feed twice a day or 3 times a day by controlling the pressure, and obviously growth rate will also increase that way. I've been watching a lot of these programs about the fish farming and so forth, and I think, well, sure, I should actually speak to a fisherman.